right, so what's up, everybody? This is the Let's Talk About It Happy Hour podcast. I'm Chrissy.
I'm Chris.
Jay.
I'm Crystal.
Ew.
What? We so used to you saying Fox.
I know. You'll get to know about it.
Foxy Fox. Come on.
Foxy
Fox.
Fox.
I'm sorry.
Crystal, better known as Fox.
Right. What are we talking about today, guys? On Let's Talk About It Happy Hour.
There's so much going on in the world.
It is, but let's talk about where we ate for happy hour.
Oh yeah, so let's talk about
Citizen
Burger.
Right.
Yeah,
Citizens Burger Bar in Carytown.
At the very bottom of Carytown, actually.
So,
Yes.
what do you think?
Well, it's funny because I don't eat meat. Pause.
She the only one I know go to a burger joint and order a grilled cheese sandwich.
I did that with arugula, and I must say it was smashing. Okay. And the truffle fries.
Yeah,
Oh
truffle
yeah,
fries with
you
the
do
light.
kill those truffle
Those
fries.
Hey, what's the
Truffle fries.
sauce that they have?
Oh, the honey mustard.
honey
Oh my
mustard.
god, the
Yeah.
homemade honey mustard.
The homemade. Yo,
Real special.
you have to shout
Yeah.
out to Citizen Burger.
Yes.
You
Oh
gotta
yeah, if
by
you go
there.
though, the turkey burger is bomb.
It's the turkey burger, and you can make your own burger. So you can choose your bread. If you don't want bread, you can have a lettuce wrap.
Mhm.
But if you do choose bread, you can choose what type of bun you want, whether you want ground beef or whether you want a turkey burger. But the turkey burgers are really, really
So
good.
And they
you
got
pay
black bean
all the
burgers, too.
fucking they do, and
Yes.
and a
Yeah.
radish burger.
Alright.
Oh yeah, we talk about happy hour. What about them damn drinks,
Yeah, listen.
man?
Well, me with the vodka tonics, it's always gonna be that, but the
That's what I was
bartender
gonna
was
say.
super heavy with his hands.
And I feel like he was like watching it. As soon as like you got to the bottom, he was like right around. You want another one?
Yeah,
He was perfect.
yeah, I remember that. Last time I went there, I had two mules, whiskey mules.
And you were feeling it.
I was feeling it. I was actually sick. You know the sick when you like, oh my god, just let me get home.
Off of two, you're lightweight like that.
I'm
I
just
guess
saying,
I had
the
eight.
bartender was heavy with the
I didn't
hands.
eat nothing all day, and then he was happy like it was a whiskey drink, real nice.
Yeah, I would definitely go back to Citizen Burger for
And,
sure.
and the music that they play up in there, real good. Great
Absolutely.
good playlist. Nice
Oh.
solid.
Very,
mixture.
very
Oh, yeah.
diverse.
Good.
It's
Very
a diverse
diverse.
playlist. Yeah.
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 So,
So-
to Citizen Burger. That was dope.
Yes, if you ever in Richmond, Virginia, check out Citizens Burger on Curry Street, Carytown, Curry Street.
Mm-hmm.
Check out Carytown, period. It's
Nice
a
little
whole new
spot.
situation.
Yeah.
So thumbs up to Citizens Burger Bar in Carytown.
Woo!
Thumbs up.
Alright, so what else? What else going on?
Have y'all heard about this thing in the news with this this teacher and,
Oh,
and
my
husband and wife
God.
combo
Oh
with
my
these?
god.
What was
That's
it?
a
Cupcakes
whole
or what
look.
was it?
It was cupcakes. She literally was taking her husband's sperm and putting it in the cupcakes.
Goddamn nutter butter.
Right.
Wait a minute. So was it her and her husband or just her?
It
What
was
was
her
that
and her
truffle
husband.
Well, obviously it was the husband.
Yeah, she was getting the sperm from her husband. So clearly it was a collaborative effort.
But
she
That's
was taking
disgusting,
these
man.
cupcakes
That's crazy.
and feeding them to the children in her class, the teacher,
That's ridiculous.
the educator.
But why?
I don't need no home. But if she has fed my kids some sperm,
Let's talk about it. Who the parents in the house?
some sperm injected cupcakes,
I'm here to
I'd
go
be in
charge
jail. I would
of
not
that
be here right now.
all
I would
day.
be in
Oh,
jail.
gladly.
Yes.
Smiling in my
Listen,
mug shot.
They would have had to have locked her up because had I gotten to her, had I found out my kids did it for no reason, and you intentionally tried to harm my kids and give my kids sperm,
Right.
Was, okay.
oh no, I would be the one locked up with her, and then she wouldn't make it to them.
Yeah.
45 years this young lady received for
She
her
should receive more than
shenanigans.
that.
What the husband did?
I'm
Right.
you know, we need to dig into that.
I'm
a little
looking.
bit further.
Keep
What's
talking.
the
But
fuck?
damn, how much sperm did he have to fill up the whole
Clearly,
cupcake batter?
clearly they were beaten or getting it in enough.
You can get it off.
Clearly,
You can get it off anytime.
clearly, and it was
But
getting
that-
going right into the batter. You know, no pun intended, and all jokes aside, who the hell was the sperm connoisseur that kind of tasted it within the ingredients?
Like, not
Right.
Like, how did we find
Right, how
out?
did they find
Some
out that it was in
familiar
there?
taste.
Like that
They
shit,
must have told somebody.
that shit tastes a little inky.
Yeah,
So,
they must have told
The
somebody.
article says her and first of all, he's her ex-husband now. But they were charged with sexually abusing a child together,
What?
and then she was also hit with a substance charge.
What's the substance?
after she put Dennis's sperm into
Must
the
have doing some kind of
cupcakes.
drug.
Is that
No, the substance is the sperm. It-
Wait.
So now I gotta dig into some shit.
It specifically
It's a
says
substance charge.
Cynthia was also hit with harmful substance charge
Oh, okay.
after she put Dennis's sperm into the cupcakes.
Is that a harmful
Oh, what's
substance
the
though?
right?
Well,
It
yeah,
is
you give it to
harmful.
kids.
When they get in your
It's
eyes.
harmful.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey, that's what I
It's
heard.
in your
The word on the
eyes.
street.
Oh,
Like
wait a
paper.
minute, and she's guilty
What?
because she waived the right to appeal.
Oh man,
Well, good for her.
she looked guilty as hell. I'm sorry.
I'm
Good
just
for
saying.
her.
How the hell you do that?
Why?
Why?
I mean,
Well,
I
I'm
just-
saying though, why would you do that to kids though?
I mean,
if
but
you wanna
we need
eat
to do a
swallow
little
the
bit
man's
deeper.
sperm, eat
Where,
cupcake.
what school did she teach at? What's the demographics?
It's not here in Virginia.
Is this a hate crime?
It's
Do we
not
need to dig into that?
I think it is a hate crime.
My
You know,
thing is,
black. It is the first,
She probably-
right?
she
I'm
probably-
still
I probably
I'm still
would
on
be-
Black history.
I would
So
look,
she's in Louisiana.
I would look
Tell
at her
me more.
differently if it was like she just did it to the faculty with the kids
The
going out.
kids. This is what I'm saying.
And this is little
Is
kids.
this like a
Yeah,
predominantly
yeah.
black class? Is this a class of predominantly minority?
But that
What are
still
we
probably
talking
would be
about?
considered assault.
So she
Man.
filed for
If she
divorce.
said it to the stand.
I'm only saying it because it's my kid. I got kids, so
Yes,
I
That's
can't
what
do
I'm
nothing to
saying.
it.
Right. I don't know. I'm not a parent,
Me
but
either.
I'm an auntie.
Yep.
And if somebody fed my nephew
I'm out.
a
I'm on
sperm-filled cupcakes, I'm gonna catch a charge. I
Anything.
see you at the counter.
This is
Anything.
exactly why I don't eat other people's food.
Okay, here we are. West Side
Yes.
Junior High was where she taught.
it. Damn, it used to be
Wow.
spaghetti. Remember they used to say the dudes not eat
So now
spaghetti.
that
Wait a
that
minute.
makes a little sense though.
But
Now
here's the
you can't
kicker.
eat-
Wait a
you
minute.
can't-
He's a police officer.
Oh hell, it makes
It's-
sense now.
But it doesn't.
He was fired.
Go further.
He was fired from
Yeah,
his
he-
deputy role at
He was
Livingston
taught to be-
Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office.
So the demographics in Livingston Parish, please tell me.
They were also caught with nudes of them and a minor.
Oh,
And
What are we talking
Dennis
about
is
here?
scheduled to face trial in May on 150 criminal charges.
The police officer?
Yes.
Can somebody tell me where this school is?
Right.
What is this
Louisiana.
off of Martin Luther King Boulevard?
It's in Louisiana. I don't know.
No.
And every state has Martin Luther King Boulevard. don't they?
these days, yeah, you got it.
I'm just trying to figure out whether these cupcakes were served in the hood. That's all I'm saying.
It doesn't say, but I
It
guess
just, it
if
just
I,
smells like a hate crime to me.
if I wasn't drinking, I guess I could go as far
You
as
could. Why are
to
you drinking?
Google the school.
I hate it. But
However,
but you
It's
should.
happy hour. My cup's getting a little empty.
However, I'm not putting in all that work. But she's
We're gonna get the
nasty.
butler to get us drinks, right?
Right.
We need one.
We should have them.
We should have a
It's
butler.
just-
And
I
she
know.
should have one in the situation.
So we might be hiring soon for a waitress or a butler or something.
If you're
So
looking
y'all-
for a
yeah,
job
stay
that pays
tuned.
in alcohol, hit us up.
Right. We
The
tip
website
good.
listed
I was gonna say
below.
we'll tip you.
We tip good.
I'll tip you.
Yeah.
If it's a woman, only if it's a woman. No, I'm joking.
We're out today.
That's crazy.
I hate that.
Wow.
But yo,
She's
I'm just trying to
nasty.
say, good for her 45 years. You know, see
41 years.
however
She will
it
be
goes.
sentenced to 41 years in prison.
Okay, so go fuck yourself, lady, with the cum cupcakes.
I hope Big Bertha's in there.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
That
very
hurts.
She
true.
hurt cupcake.
But you
Them
know,
too.
if you can, Fox, and the alcohol isn't, you know, treating you so bad, at some point, if we can just find out where
At
that
some
junior high school
At
is,
some point,
we just want to know if the body count is predominantly minority, because that would make sense as to why she and her cop ass husband was giving out spermy cupcakes.
Right.
And I
That's
hope the
just
cop,
crazy.
the cop is in there with Big Dick Buster or someone.
Big
Yeah.
dick
Right.
bust. She might like that
And
though.
You know the cop that
Oh,
did.
Oh.
That's the reason I don't eat a lot of hot dogs.
Yeah, that's
And
for
y'all
sure.
used to laugh at me at our
That
potlucks
situation.
when I used to ask y'all who made stuff.
And you wanted to eat first.
Yeah, I would put the hand sanitizer out, and I would always be the first one in line. Not because I was
You
hungry.
did, because I
She
thought you
did.
was just hungry.
No, ma'am.
Like, shit,
I wasn't
Let
hungry.
me know when the
No.
food ready.
I wasn't
This is
hungry. I was
100%
not
familiar
greedy.
right here.
I
Yeah,
see somebody
absolutely. But
stirring
people
up
are
something
not clean.
and licking on the hands. Like,
Yes.
what the
And
hell
y'all
is
used to
that?
laugh at me when I said, "Who made this? Where did this come from? Who made
Yeah.
this?" Because I do not mess around with a whole lot of stuff.
You can't.
And this is one reason
You
why
can't.
I don't
People
know. I
be
get
having
no
fucking
sperm.
cats and shit on their
Right.
stove.
Yes,
I be seeing
absolutely.
all that shit on Instagram. Y'all nasty out here in these streets with these pets.
So for
I
years
mean,
I've been
stop
doing
it.
Y'all stop doing
Pets
it.
are pets, people.
Right.
Shit, kiss them
Damn,
in the
but put the
mouth.
sperm in the oven and everything.
Everything.
Right.
What the
But what did
hell?
it do? It's
Right.
not aphrodisiac.
Did it make
And
it
I'm
worse?
asking the
Poison
question.
It probably made it
But
moist.
I'm asking
Because people swallow all the time, so it doesn't poison you.
People
so
don't
you're not
swallow
getting
all the
people sick.
time.
So,
There are people, right?
It depends on who you are.
Well,
depending on your audience.
Right.
Wait a minute.
so, right, people swallow. So it wasn't going to kill them.
She said people die every day, B.
Right. Digestive sperm. Right. But listen, digestive sperm doesn't kill you. It doesn't make you sick. It doesn't
Obviously.
make
From
you pregnant.
experience. Free.
But look,
Keep
so
going.
even
Whatever,
in the
whatever.
oven, I think it always stay like liquidy.
No, it can't. It baked into a fucking cake. What are you talking
You
about?
think it dry out like real?
Oh, it'll dry out.
That shit baked into
That
a
should
whole
look like a glazed
cupcake.
donut.
I'm pretty
You
sure
would
it
look
was
like-
super moist.
See, that's what I'm saying.
If you would put
though.
leave it on the top, it'd be like glazed donut. You ate Krispy Kreme donuts. Let
You
it dry,
have.
be like that.
You flaky.
Shout out to Krispy Kreme.
Flaky.
That airy shit. Damn. Well, as Fox Texas in the midst of our podcast,
I know,
I'm
right? You know.
I'm not.
we're gonna move on to the next
It's
topic
on.
of the day. Speaking of spermy cupcakes, so a few weeks ago we watched this situation with Bill Cosby.
Let's talk about Cosby.
Oh,
Let's
talk about
Let's
it.
talk
Oh, we
about
need-
Cosby
we
on
need
this
to talk
episode.
about
it. Yeah.
Because
We need
our
to-
podcast is Let's Talk About It.
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about
So
it.
let's talk about Cosby.
Okay. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts about Cosby.
That's a
Well,
nasty.
first
So-
of all, let
Right.
the people know what special you're talking about. What's it
Right.
called?
So just a few short weeks ago, was it HBO, Showtime, Fox Facts? Somebody
Yeah, it was,
dropped.
Did you say Fox?
Right.
It was Showtime.
Fox Facts,
Absolutely.
it was Showtime, and W. Kamal Bell. Shout out to W.
Yeah.
Kamal Bell because I really like what he's doing for the culture as he navigates through the chartered waters of, can I say, white America? Because he's doing a great job.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say is that he was able to capture a 4 documentary series about Bill Cosby, William Cosby, and he separated Bill Cosby from Heathcliff Huxtable,
Yeah.
but he showed the parallels.
Did
Bill
he
Cosby.
separate it?
He did, but he didn't. He did, but he didn't.
Okay, good. Okay,
He
thank you.
did, but he didn't, because he
You're right.
definitely showed you how Bill Cosby manifested Heathcliff Huxtable. There are a lot of crazy similarities.
Yeah.
Well, he was out here fucking these bitches like they was dead in the
They
street.
weren't bitches, they were women.
But it's funny. It's funny that
You know,
Pause.
I hate. They were
Pause.
women. They were
Pause.
women.
Pause.
Jay is
Pause.
absolutely right.
I want to take a second. I want to take a second. No, I don't want to apologize.
Apologize to these young
It's
women.
not. It's not an apology. Let me explain to you guys what happened. That was a complete bait to see if the only gentleman in this room would recognize that we are here talking about women. Because people will say, these bitches are out here trying to get some money.
Yeah. Facts.
But this gentleman right here felt the need to correct what he thought
And that's
was
why we love it.
disrespect.
Right.
And this is why we fuck with Jay.
That's right.
So what are you going to talk about with the bitches?
But Bill's a nasty ass man. He
Bobo
was doing it to these
Bill.
bitches. He was doing it to these bitches like that.
He was doing it to these bitches
But
like
you know what my only issue is that I wish they would have, on the special, the 4-part series, I don't know if there's supposed to be more parts to it
I
or
hope
that's
it's not.
it.
I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
I'm done with
Okay,
it.
However,
I think they're done. It's only the 4 episodes.
That's
The last one
all
was
I-
February
okay,
20th.
so it's been a while.
They're done.
so I wish that they would have interviewed some women that actually remembered him taking advantage of them
How
because
could they? It was Quaaludes.
Right.
but everyone
Never.
everyone that they interviewed
Sure.
on the special.
Let me see that. Let me see.
What happened?
She doesn't seem too sure.
I've never had a Quaalude.
She don't.
No, I'm joking, I
She
promise.
don't.
I've never
Past her.
I've never
But
had.
everyone that they interviewed on the special took them themselves. He didn't spike their drinks. He handed it to them. Even some of them.
I thought
he
some of them
told
he
them
did spike
It was
them.
one. It was the one at the concert. Everyone else, he handed it to
This
them.
is exactly what
Everyone
we
that
call
they
Fox
interviewed.
Facts.
Everyone
Preach.
that they interviewed.
Okay.
Now, but I think there were some that said that he did it. But everyone that they interviewed in the 4-part special. That's all I'm
So
speaking of.
are you saying they deserved it because
I'm not saying they
took the
deserved
pill
it.
from him?
But what I'm not saying they deserved it.
Was that consensual when
What-
they took the pill from
what-
him?
That's
was
a
what
good
consensual?
question.
I think
You know
that's
what?
probably how he got off.
But
You know
no,
what?
wait a minute. Was what consensual?
Okay.
The sexual
None of
act.
them remembered any sexual acts. They took the
Pause.
they took the
There was
Quaaludes.
one that
It was the
remembered.
one.
There was one that remembered
It was the
giving
one.
some head.
But
That
even
was
that,
Yeah.
even that is like,
But I thought one of them said she woke up and she felt funny.
I don't believe these bitches.
yeah, she
No.
felt like she had ghost dick.
But
But look,
all
and
of
then he
them.
had a movie called Ghost Dad.
Got
Yeah,
He did.
Yeah,
He
he
had
did.
a corny ass movie.
They said Bill told on himself and everything that he did though.
Yeah, the
Well,
watch
that could
thing.
be anyone.
He did like,
That could be anyone.
he said a little couple things of like how he used to like drop it in there, the Spanish fly.
Yeah.
You know.
He may have done it. I'm okay.
He said
All I'm
that shit
speaking
on
You
on,
may have done it.
No,
no,
It's
no.
documented
all I'm
record.
speaking on is the 4-part special.
Okay.
That's all I'm speaking
That's
on.
fair.
But I'm not talking about everyone that said something in his case. I'm only speaking of the 4-part special. In that 4-part special, there was only one woman that said he made her give him head.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, that was a sneeze.
Yeah, I was trying
You
to
tried to
we
hold
recording.
it.
Yeah,
I
but
was trying to hold it.
I ain't
But
want y'all to think I got cold.
everyone else in that
Right.
4-part special said
I'm
that
6 feet this.
they
Look, and I'm over
everyone
here.
else in that 4-part special said that he gave them pills. They took them willingly. They knew they were drinking, and then they woke up naked. No one can say, no one in the special, except for the one person that said that. No one in the special can say that he did anything. They remember him doing anything. So I don't know about that special.
I don't know.
I don't.
How
Not
can
the
you say
special.
that?
Well, I done had a lot to
How can
drink
you
and
say
woke
that?
up sticky.
That's what somebody gave you. That's
But-
personal.
but who in the special?
Little
You
girl.
take a pill.
Who in the special woke up sticky? Nobody in the special said they woke
No,
up sticky.
this young
Bill
lady
probably was-
who
he
went
cleaned
from
them
the
up.
Playboy house that went back and watched her girlfriend be sexually assaulted, and then Bill came over and forced fellatio on her.
How do you force fellatio?
Not open your mouth and suck on this.
Right. How do you force it?
Listen,
Because it's kind of hard to hold somebody's mouth
They
open
got-
and
they got the wrong people
Disclaimer.
for the
You
special.
get some teeth on
Disclaimer.
this.
They got the
Right.
wrong people for the special. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I can tell you what.
She
I
said they got the wrong.
could
They
explain
did.
to you
They should have got the people that he acted
that
to actually
if
remember
Bill
sexual.
Cosby gave me a
That
Quaalude
might be why he got on.
and I got up and I felt weird in the morning, like we're gonna have a conversation.
Why? Wait a minute. You said Bill Cosby now or Bill Cosby prior to
Bill
all
Cosby
the
now.
allegations?
I don't think he can
But I
pick it
mean
up.
prior to the
She's
allegations.
saying if he had gave her one and she woke
If he
up
gave me
the
a
next
Quaalude
morning.
and I woke up the next morning not remembering some shit, like I'm going immediately to tell someone. I'm not gonna hold it.
But that's
It's
you.
Bill fucking Cosby.
That's you. But we also talked
We talk about white
some people
Hollywood.
don't talk about the stuff, right?
We're
So
talking
we
about,
can't-
we are talking, think about the time we're talking.
Mhm.
We're talking about white fucking Hollywood.
But that was the norm.
Get the fuck
Right.
out of here.
That was the norm. What do you think was going on in the Playboy Mansion?
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
different.
That was
that's
the norm.
That's a whole nother
It was the
podcast.
norm.
We'll come back to that, guys. Stay tuned.
And we can
Yeah.
come back to that tonight if you want to. But, because we all watched that. We all watched at least some of it, because I haven't watched the whole thing, but we
I
watched
did.
some of it.
I didn't
But
watch
what-
the whole. I didn't watch it yet.
I didn't,
We need to get into
But
that.
you gotta watch it because then
because Bill was
actually
He was there.
I'm
A
not
I
lot.
like
Bill was
Him
there.
and Sammy D.
he was there a lot.
Bruce Richard Friday?
A lot.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah.
A frequent guest.
and Trump.
A
Really?
frequent guest.
Yes.
And he grabbed him by the
Anybody in
pussy.
Hollywood
so we already
was
know.
always,
Oh, yeah, he did. He
anybody
did.
in Hollywood was there back in the 70s, early 80s, because that's what was normal.
Yeah, and
And
then
when
his parties was popping, so I mean.
And when you went to those parties, you already knew. So don't tell me that you were already drinking, you knew you were drinking. This man handed you the pills and told you, here you are, take these pills, they're Quaaludes.
Pause. Quaaludes.
But you're not going to sit here and tell me that he handed you pills, told you they were Quaaludes, you knew you were drinking, and you still did it, that you don't play some part in that.
You do.
And again, I'm
You do.
only
You do.
speaking of these women. I'm
You
not
do.
speaking of the women that he snuck it in.
The
because they
problem
weren't
that I
on-
have
they
with
weren't
all
on
these
the
women-
special.
I get the whole Me Too.
He probably snuck it. I'm sorry to cut you off, but he probably snuck it in the black woman's drink because you know black women ain't gonna just take a pill from somebody and drink it.
That's not what we
And
That's-
take it. And,
You know, the
That's
only
not
ones
what
that
we
came.
It was
He
two
had
or
to
three
speak it
women
to
of
them.
color.
That's not what we do.
no, I'm sorry, I ain't doing
But
that.
even-
It's still,
I'm just saying, no. I mean, think about the chick that was on the set of the Cosby Show.
mm,
She didn't even get a Quaalude, but she could tell that this nigga was creepy. Like, and when she was straight up about him being creepy, he started trying to like downplay her role and her bullshit, like giving like fluffing up on her with his power and shit. But like,
But you know what's
Yeah.
crazy? You knew that she was getting special treatment because she was an extra. She had one role, the scene for that one show. She had a dressing room. The dude that played Martin, which was Denise's husband, Olivia's father, said that him and the dude that played Elvin, who was Sandra's husband, had to share a dressing room.
A closet.
So why would you give this one extra?
Yeah.
Right. Why would you give this one extra a whole dressing room, and then your regulars, they have to share, as KY said.
Because he wasn't drugging that. Like, he wasn't drugging that. He wasn't trying to get pussy from them. You're talking about two guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
But again,
again, I'm only talking about the drugging or the people that were on the special, because I did not research the people that were in the trial or that had spoke up, and I think some of those, they did come out and say he put it in their drinks. But those aren't the people that weren't in the special. My question is, why weren't they on the special?
Even if Bill Cosby did put these Quaaludes in these drinks, these people.
I feel like somebody had to know, like, yo, be careful around Bill. I hear that this is what they be doing, and you still willingly going over there, like, knowing that this. I'm sure people talk that this man was doing.
We talking about Hollywood, and we talking about one of the only black men in Hollywood.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, people have, like, things that follow them, and they probably said, like, yo, that nigga be slipping people Quaaludes.
Or at least just be careful going over there. If you willingly go over there, like.
But even if they didn't say it, like I said, you took it. He gave it to you.
Yeah.
You took it.
And
so
you
you
told
gotta play a part. You
right.
played a part in it.
You played a part
You
in
just
it.
don't take nothing from somebody.
Nah, I could see if you passed me like something to smoke on, but like, what's this?
Well, you're not gonna do that to me.
Yeah.
Right, be like,
Unless I know you like that, like, you're not gonna pass me in.
why is it popping? What's this?
That's a crack rock.
Right.
Don't do drugs, kids.
But when we was talking about, the backstage and the dressing room and stuff, they said that most of the cast never met Camille. That's
How
right.
about that part?
All that time, like, they was filming for
So many people, the majority of everyone said they never met
a
Camille.
long time. Yeah.
2 people said they might have met Camille once, they think.
But wait a minute. How many of your significant others has come to your job and met your work people?
That's a great
To
question.
your job.
That's
Not-
a great
not
question because
outside, to
mine,
your job.
But it's
I
different.
never did.
It's different. If I have a show, I'm that boss,
Talk about it.
and that's my building. Well, it might not be my building, but this is my show.
My name
You
is in
don't
the
think I
title.
want my family to get
Immediately.
pulled
Well,
up?
that might be you.
Yeah.
That might be you, your family, your partner, your
No.
significant other.
We're talking
However,
about
this
Bill
is a different
Cosby.
career.
but
This is not like you working at a bank and they gotta come through security. And
but
all
we're
that.
also
You-
talking about the times. Maybe she.
We're
Wanted
talking
to
about
but
the
maybe
late
she
80s,
wanted to
early
be home.
90s.
Maybe she
Right.
had to be home
No,
with
that's
the
what
kids.
they
They
said.
had
They
5
said-
kids.
I
Five
get it.
kids.
Like,
Maybe
growing,
she
they
had
had
to be
4 kids.
Yeah.
And growing up, yes, sure. Yeah, sure. When the kids were small, sure. But we're talking about once the kids become high school age? Really? You never met Camille?
But you don't know. Maybe Camille's just not that type of person where she wanted to show up to Bill's job.
Oh, she knew what was going on.
They
could have
maybe.
Girl, you better get out of my
We
head.
don't know. We don't know how
you know.
Camille was. Maybe Camille did. Maybe she was an introvert. Maybe
Camille might have been
Is that what you're
enjoying
talking
her
about? She was an
time.
introvert?
I'm not
She could
listening.
have been enjoying her time while Bill was enjoying his.
We don't know what she was
I've
doing.
seen that on the aperture.
We don't know what she was doing. To each his own.
Yeah, I mean.
I've seen that happen. So.
Right. So maybe she was saying, okay, well, Bill's at work. I got the nanny here.
So I was saying that she
Yeah,
was in
I'm for the
accounts.
streets too.
The pool boy might
Oh,
have,
you calling her a hoe?
Yeah,
What are you saying?
The gardener, whoever.
Yeah.
I'm for the
I
streets
mean,
too.
He might have cut some shrub.
Was Camille for the streets?
She might have
He
been for
might
the
have
streets.
been. You never know.
Listen, if I'm not worried about my husband,
Camille, if
or
you're
whatever-
watching this podcast,
Can we
I
put
did
a
not
picture of
say-
Camille?
Can we tag
I
her?
did not say you were for the
How
streets.
many kids they had?
4.
5. I thought
Four.
the
I thought
show.
it was literally the show depicted them.
They had
4
5 kids.
So it was
Not
5?
5. They had 3 girls.
They
and
had
a boy.
Sandra,
Sandra.
Denise.
They
But
did
oh,
have
you talking about the
five.
Sandra wasn't on the
Or-
pilot. Sandra wasn't on the
We
pilot.
talking
She
about the
showed up.
Huxtables or the Cosbys?
We talking
We're talking about the Huxtables, but it was mirrored after.
But
It was mirrored after Bill's
yeah.
Cosby.
There's one about doing nothing but Camille.
wasn't nobody checking for
So we had
her.
Sandra, Denise, Theo,
Nobody was
Rudy,
checking
and
for
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Camille.
She alright.
I mean,
I
Did you
would.
see?
Yes, you was.
I wouldn't check it.
But did you see Theo? People was checking for Bill.
Why? Camille needs some more space in her
Absolutely.
dress.
Camille was very pretty.
Camille.
She
Yeah,
needs
Camille
some more
was.
space
yeah,
in
you
her
can't,
dress.
don't
She
do
wasn't
that
my
to
type.
Camille. Don't do that.
She might have been, but hold on, do a full body. I bet you should be a type.
Let me see.
Right. You want to see it from the back?
Very
She might have been.
Oh, yeah.
And she
Might
still
have body.
is.
Yeah.
Might have
But
had
she
that
still
body.
is pretty. I think she's very
Throw that ass in the
pretty.
front.
Shout out to you, Camille.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Shout out to you, however.
Drop it low.
And shout out to Camille for putting up with her husband, dealing with her husband, being
Camille,
a
I
strong
hope you
woman
move
throughout all
forward.
of this.
Me too, young lady.
Oh, she's a fellow Aries, just like me.
Not the me too. Did you have to bring her with her?
I had to. I mean, are we segueing
The
this?
me-
Like, what are we talking
The
about?
me too movement.
The Me Too, like, not
Did
even
that
joking
start
about
with Bill
that, but,
Cosby?
So do y'all think
It
Bill
started
raped
with-
these women?
yeah, for sure.
Rape them?
So my
If it's
question,
not consensual.
my question to you is, if it's a soft no, like, please don't stop,
That's
versus a stop, please don't do that.
No, but sometimes those turn into please don't stop.
right.
So is that a soft yes to a hard no?
It
Is that a hard no
depends.
to
It
a soft
depends.
yes?
If you telling me no and then you going like this and
That's
you let me pull your
different.
stuff off.
But what if I'm
You say no,
but
but your
but,
actions.
Right.
but
Yeah,
what if
right.
I'm unconscious?
Yeah.
But what if I'm
That's
unconscious?
Nah.
different because you ain't moving.
Nah, yeah, that's
That's why did Bill, what did he get out of that?
I mean,
Somebody just laying
Bill
there.
Cosby was literally 2 minutes away from never
do
feeling
women
it.
get stimulated by that when they like sleep? Like how do you
Your body gonna say
So
automatically
that's what
react.
I'm for you.
No, I'm just
No,
trying
your
to figure
body
out.
will react, so it's probably gonna still get
Jesus.
wet.
But you don't remember. So they may be
Is that
good
a
for
scientific
Bill, but
fact?
it doesn't do anything for them.
We can check that, but I'm trying to
Facts.
say,
What do you want me to
She
check?
checks the
I
facts.
said,
Checks
even
the
if you are asleep,
Okay.
your vagina still reacts.
It
to
does.
being
I don't
stimulated.
look that
So, y'all ain't never had a wet dream?
Right, but then that doesn't mean they remember it. So it might do something for Bill.
I'm not saying they not remember.
Yeah.
She's saying, does it still get wet? If
Yeah. Oh, it'll satisfy him or whoever.
It don't
Right,
satisfy me. I don't like no lazy loving now.
right.
You gotta move around.
Go ahead, send it to
Exactly.
people.
I don't
Send it
like
to people.
I don't like no
I'm
lazy
saying,
loving.
say
You
that
gotta
to
you gotta do something
Exactly.
for
If
me.
you ain't moving, you
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Moving
ain't
right
going.
on now.
Yikes.
You gotta throw it back.
Right.
That is weird.
You gotta put some pressure on.
But you know what? To each his own. Maybe Bill doesn't like it to be thrown back. Maybe Bill likes it to be lazy and sweet.
That's
and
dead ass.
Well, maybe that's
Well, okay,
Maybe
well,
he likes
how
dead
about
ass.
this? How about that? Just based on that man did it. He guilty.
He
Case
guilty, case
That's right.
fucking closed. That's
Right.
fucking
I'm,
disgusting.
I'm not saying
Bill
he isn't.
Cosby, that is all the time that you would get from us.
Right.
You
Damn.
are
Bill.
However,
Dirt
I
bag.
still support the Cosby Show.
And I'm
Yeah, I
still
still
be
And
watch
I'm
jealous.
gonna still
I still
support
watch
picture
And-
pages
And
because
shout out.
it is time to get your
Right.
crayons and your pencils.
Because you, Dr. Bill Cosby, is not Heathcliff Huxtable.
Yes,
so
actually
I
he
still
is.
support the Cosby Show.
But he could.
He plays him.
That's not a real
Well,
doctor.
plays
He's
him.
not even a real doctor.
He's a doctor.
Wasn't it funny though? This is the last thing I'm gonna say about Bill.
Is it?
Maybe.
Cliff Huxtable played a gynecologist.
He did.
He was touching all over the pussy.
Not for the women.
The
in the room.
gynecologist
He
was
was
the
trying to
officer
tell-
in his home.
If I can ask y'all a serious question,
Yeah.
have y'all ever had a male gynecologist?
Yes.
I have.
Y'all like
Dr.
that?
Charity, his
It
hands
was
was
very
big.
weird.
Doctor.
I had Dr. Cherry.
My
I had Dr.
male
Mazzez.
gynecologist was
Yes.
like 1,679 years old, and his hands were always cold and wrinkly.
No. Charity's hands was big and hot.
You liked it? You liked it?
Clearly.
Because she looks like she's
Clearly. She fell back
The
on
one
the couch.
thing she
I was
was with big hands, they were
just
warm.
asking the question.
Yes.
No, I had Dr. Charity, and then I also had Dr. Charity's brother, who was
Yes.
Dr. Love.
Yikes.
And then I had Dr. Mazzels, who
What
delivered.
are these all the men?
Wait, but Dr.
Yes.
Love, was he the little boy, the fake
I
guy?
know.
No, he was
Dr.
Dr.
Love.
Charity's
Dr.
brother.
Love.
He was Dr. Charity, and he delivered
Dr.
Jamie.
Charity and Love? That's in the same
Yes.
family? They're brothers?
Yes, I believe so.
How is that even possible?
Step
Yeah, I
brothers.
don't know, man.
Talk to me
They got
about it.
different
Some
mothers.
Charity and Love
Charity and Love.
in the
Different
same
fathers.
bloodline.
Different fathers.
I think they were brothers.
Mommy had a type, clearly.
And then I had Dr.
Mommy
Mazzels, who
walked into
delivered
the
my
streets.
third child. And yeah, I was fine with them. There was nothing different with them. I wasn't thinking about the big
Dr.
hands. I wasn't thinking about
He
any of
was
that stuff you were
old.
thinking.
He was old.
I
I
just-
wasn't even thinking that. I answered the question. He said, "Have we ever had a male gynecologist?" And I said,
I
"Yes."
had
The only reason why I
Dr.
asked
Charity.
this, I just thought it was weird that Bill Cosby had that whole situation going on in his house on the show.
Yeah,
I
that
thought
was
that
that
was
was
kinda
crazy.
weird.
to
And
have
his
on the show.
whole bread.
I didn't think it was crazy until we're talking about it now over drinks. But I
Shout
didn't
out
think
to
it was crazy
W.
because
Kamau
I've
Bell.
had several male gynecologists, and
You said several.
I've had three: Dr. Charity, Dr. Love, and Dr. Mazzell.
That is.
But did you go to their house?
I never went to their home.
So-
Did
I
y'all?
went to the hospital.
So when they was examining you, Was both hands here, or one hand was here, and while they was examining?
First of all, I was sober at every visit because I was probably pregnant.
I'm just joking, y'all. Dr. Shirley ain't never do no shit like that. I'm just joking.
I felt very secure, and I did not feel. Not only that, if I was pregnant, I will say that I am married, and my husband went to all of my doctor's appointments.
These are prefaces.
Right. So I will say that, but I did not feel violated. I did not feel any sort of I need to go to a woman. I do go to a woman. I've been to a woman for the last 26 years or whatever.
Shout out Dr. Kennedy and Dr. Roberts.
Dr. Tate, Virginia Women's Center, I love you. But I do go to a woman and I prefer a woman. However, I'll go to a man if need be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that I like Dr. Tate herself.
I like Dr. Draper.
Right.
She's cool.
So we're throwing out names. Sorry we're throwing out names, but if you're in Richmond, Virginia, they're all great doctors.
They are great doctors.
But I don't know if it's like that because now I like women. So
Can
now
I
it's
ask
still
a question?
Right. So wait, that's a good thing.
I wonder if
That's a good thing. Now you're asking me how it felt having a man gynecologist, but you're a woman that that indulges in women.
Mhm.
So how does it feel to have a woman gynecologist? Same thing. It's the
It's
same
just
thing.
a doctor.
Right. So it's the same thing. So
I
it
like
doesn't feel
my
different
doctors
from having a
being
man.
women.
It's just a doctor.
I don't want my doctors no more.
But that was a good point. That was a really good point.
Shout out Dr. Lawson.
And
physician.
if you know anyone,
So you like the women when they hold your balls until you cough?
oh yeah, oh yeah,
He was real quick.
And
they
they
kinda shit you into.
oh yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So I wanted to ask you this. I don't know why we're on the subject though.
It's about to get.
No, I'm just saying, but let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about
Let's talk
You
about
gotta
it.
get somebody to bring me some.
No, but you asked if we ever had a male gynecologist. So you know how when a man get that prostate check?
I have yet to get my prostate. That's normally.
I was just
after
wondering,
40.
like, do they make y'all turn on the
45.
side, or do they make y'all bend over? on
Well,
the
it's
So
funny.
I actually just watched Earthquakes.
Earthquake. Yeah, it's a good comment.
I haven't seen
comedy
that.
show, hilarious, and he talked about getting
For real,
his
I gotta watch
prostate.
that. I gotta watch that.
That should be a
Shout out to
question.
Earthquake.
We need to invite my husband in and talk about that.
Let's do that. Let's talk about
Because
that.
I think once you're 40 or 45, that's when you start doing that. But go ahead.
Yeah. If I
I
can
don't think you should have to wait.
But they typically tell you to wait. So like you're supposed to wait until you're 45 to get a colostomy. What is it? A colonoscopy. Colonoscopy.
And I think prostate.
45.
Oh yeah, same time. I was looking at you like you know.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're looking at me. I'm 36.
You're
What
what?
the fuck is wrong with him?
Huh?
How old are
Don't
you?
talk to me. What?
You're 36.
Don't I look at?
She-
Look at
You look 36.
Look at my pics, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
may
No,
look
they
36.
sweet by the way.
Thank you.
Alright.
But like, you may look 36. You may feel 36. But
Why are you
I
trying to
think
air her out
36.
like that? Let the sister be 36.
And-
Oh, she looks it. She may feel
44,
it.
guys. 44. It's up at.
You know,
I'm
You
comfortable.
44 in a karate
The
class.
black.
So do you know when you're 45, you need to get a colonoscopy?
You do, and actually, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
So
I took my sister to hers.
mine is
Like, she was pretty excited about it.
mine is
So-
scheduled for May.
Free gas.
Yeah.
Whatever you gotta do.
So I'm
And I
excited.
heard
You ain't gonna feel
I
it.
heard you lose a little bit of weight, so I'm looking forward
Oh,
to
you
that.
did lose weight?
All right.
Yeah, you should. You
She
know
just want to get her ass sucked on.
Not a colonic, but a colonoscopy. You
goes.
should have after it.
What?
I said not a colonic, but an actual colonoscopy.
An actual
You should have.
colonoscopy.
They have. You gotta clean it out so they can
like
see.
they blow the water up there. And they
If it's
pump it
any
out.
brown, they don't.
So
mess around.
you wanna taper this for May, and I can talk to y'all about mine. I think I have mine like it's May 3rd or May 1st.
So
If we
so
come on
look
this
for us. So look for us around May 7th.
No, I
I
had stomach issues, so I had to get one to make sure everything was straight. And they give you like that.
That clear salt water, something like that.
No, so now they give you a pill and they give you the magnesium drink.
That's a
That's
situation.
the
Yeah, that's
So
so
you
good.
shit literally, or they tell you to start drinking at 4, you shitting at 5. So you shitting from 5 to like 2 in the morning,
Oh,
and then you gotta
dang,
be at your
what the
appointment
hell?
at 6.
Put my baby wipes in the freezer, please.
Right.
They need to
So have you ever had a on fire?
Have you ever had a colonic?
Nah, I never had a
Have any of you ever got?
No, but I've had a mammogram, and that's a very, very, very interesting.
Well, we talk.
It's
We
a
talking about the
mammogram.
ass.
So
We go from the
mammograms
ass
make
to
you
the
shit.
We go from the ass to the
It's
titty.
fine.
So I've had a
It's
colonic
one of the
before,
same.
right?
No, it's
And
fine.
so you have to eat a certain wait a few days or a week, whatever,
So
before
you
you.
had a colonic.
I've had a colonic years
Okay.
ago, and then you have to have this
Why
water.
did you have to have? No.
I didn't have to have one, but it was suggested you have one just to cleanse yourself out. I went to a holistic center and had it
Okay,
done,
I can see that happening.
and they put this tube in you and they blow water in you,
Mm.
and then you can
Mira,
watch
ven
it.
acá.
You can watch it and it's
I
clear too.
need that.
You can watch your bowels move in this clear tube, and then they sit you on the toilet and they give you a footstool, so you can be like bent up like you're supposed to be.
Because that's how you should take a
That's
poop.
how you should take a shit.
Not like a savage.
Right. And
So literally.
and then you just shit the rest of it out. So I'm having colonic,
It's not
but
weird
I do
though.
have my colonoscopy scheduled already for May.
Yeah.
So
So all you can have is like clear liquids and
So
clear
we'll-
broth.
we'll
and stuff
definitely
like
Are we
that.
circle
telling the world about it?
We'll
We're gonna have a
circle
review on you.
We'll circle back.
If y'all want to know about my colonoscopy, let us know. I'll let you know how my
You
colonoscopy
know,
went.
they
But it's
give you
the first
pictures
part
of
of
it
it.
on the inside. So
Oh,
you
do
can
they?
Goddamn, what can
Yeah.
Brown do for you? I'm joking.
Well, Brown,
Like
this
this
Brown
Brown
can't
can
do
deliver.
shit for me.
However,
However.
they deliver.
Ah,
I like what you
UPS.
did there. I like what you did
UPS.
there. I like it. She literally made it her own.
You know.
I love it. So what? I feel like this was a good situation. I
So
feel like-
mammogram. You also talking about mammograms because they're good to do. They're mandatory to do, and I'm so sorry.
No, literally, like mine is scheduled for the next couple of weeks. I'm so excited.
I hear they take your stuff and they mash it down a little
Yes.
Can I just explain to you
I need to understand.
how lucky you are to be male?
bit. Yeah, I had to.
Because there's a lot of shit that you don't even
That
have
we
to
go
deal
through,
with.
Right.
Like there's nothing.
But
Like
have you had a bad experience with a mammogram?
not one time.
Me either.
Can I tell you
I
that?
didn't
Monte-
like it. You know,
Shout
mine
out
was small, so
Montefort.
I tried squeezing the
You know, I've had a situation. I've been through some things with my girls. Nothing revolving around cancer. Shout out to the cancer survivors. But I will say that my mammograms have definitely been like really cool experiences. Like I even got a
You
pair
get
of
the
flip-flops
3D.
one
The
time.
3D is a new thing.
I've had it because I've had an issue and I've had to have it checked out. So I've had the 3D, I've had to have the ultrasound.
Can we
I've
pause
had
and like get a
biopsy.
drink?
Good, everything's good. Drinks is good.
Thanks for the refill.
No problem, no problem. Y'all good? Everybody good?
I didn't even, but I'm very good.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
So what we leave off talking about mammogram.
Mammogram.
Yeah, make sure ladies y'all get y'all mammogram.
Please do.
Yeah, you know.
To
it's
save
not
your life.
October
That's the
is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so what I have done is I get my mammogram around that time every year. Just so I can make sure I do it.
I get my mammograms in March actually.
I mean, as long as you keep up with it, as long as you do it once a year. I had to start early getting one because I was considered high risk because my mother had breast cancer. So I started at 35, but I get them every year for the last few years.
That's good.
I'm like Kristen, I'm 36. What would you say, 37 or 36?
Oh, Lord.
I'm the
child.
same age. I'm the same age as
Fucking
Kristen.
shade,
Why are
yo.
we even
So we're
talking
either
about
fucking
36 or
shade.
37, but either way, I get
Fucking shade. I'm
mammograms every year.
44. I don't even know what she's talking about.
Oh, I'm that shit.
well, my mother also goes quite often to get these little pamphlets. I've been blessed enough to be able to read through these. So if y'all know anybody that needs help getting getting a little situated, lift
But you
your
know,
arm,
that's
I know
good
how to
though.
fill you up.
That's what I was gonna say. It's good for your partner to be able to
Yes.
give you an exam, whether it's your male partner or your female
But
partner.
But it's not only that,
Let them
men
give you an
also
exam.
get breast cancer.
They
Absolutely,
do.
they do.
The guys with the titties.
I don't have
Not
to
even
tell
all
you.
they
titties.
don't have to have
Not
to.
even titties. Men,
Just the nipple.
men, yeah.
Just the fucking.
Just the
nipple.
They
nipple.
still got
Yeah.
the men still have the
A manly man
Breast
such as
cancer.
Jay could also get breast cancer. Should also be aware
Oh, yeah.
of how your breasts
Well,
feel.
let me fill up on myself. Y'all want no.
I'm good. I'm good with it, but I do encourage you to fill up on
Yeah,
yourself.
lift- lift one
You
arm.
go ahead and do yours in the shower.
Yeah, make sure
But you
Go
look at your
around.
arm like you know what you're doing.
Oh,
like
I
you
do.
research.
That's
it.
good.
I've done
That's
it.
good.
I've read the pamphlet. I'm
Good.
telling you.
That's what's up.
Very skilled in that.
That's what's up.
Very skilled.
You better know
That's
your
what's
way around the body.
Speaking of knowing your way around the body,
I know.
I wanted some.
Right.
man.
Chill that fucking them
I'm
chips
trying to
up.
say
I told
these
you.
topics though. I hate it here. What are you doing?
This is the Happy Hole podcast. You never know what we're gonna talk about.
I don't want them now.
Once the
Look,
liquor
I'm-
kicks in.
Once
the
I wanted
conversation
that.
conversation
in,
goes.
the focus goes
But that's
out the
what
window.
happens when you're in Happy House.
That is true.
Right.
So my question would be to you guys:
She's smiling. What's the question gonna be?
I'm scared of her smile.
Wait a minute, you looking it up or you already know?
I am. It's so many. So.
I'm scared of her questions.
Well, we had the question of like, when is a soft no a hard yes, right? We were talking about that, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's hard when I'm hard.
Is that what it is? I don't get hard, so I can't say that.
You said what?
Some on you get hard.
Wait, y'all was giving us say wait.
My Lord. So
Wait a minute.
Not my Lord.
She said nothing.
Okay, y'all corrected me. Never mind. Never mind.
Some will get hard on you.
Never mind.
what's the next
Because
speaker?
you all are absolutely correct. Something on me does get hot, so you're
It
absolutely
should
correct.
be more than something. It's something.
You're correct. My bad.
Okay. I was gonna say,
You are right.
You.
What are we talking about here?
That was my bad.
She got inverted nipples.
That was absolutely
She
my
got
bad.
inverted nipples. They don't get hard.
Clearly.
What?
What are we talking about
What?
here?
I'm sorry. We can move on. What were you going to say?
Please. So,
Lord.
in the talks of nipples, speaking of nipples,
Hold on. Wait. Ooh, you talking about nipple? I was talking about
You dumbass.
He knows the nipple that she's rolling. I guess my question would be like, is it unrealistic to have an orgasm every time? Is that unrealistic?
I mean, that's my point.
That's you. That's you. They ain't got shit to do with nipples, but okay, ask your question.
But what's the point? Ain't that the point?
I'm just saying, like, I mean, I feel like nipples are an erogenous.
Can you ask your question
After the
again? Because I think I talked over it.
They actually are.
What's that word mean?
Erogenous?
Yeah.
Something tells me you
Stimulated.
already know. Grown men. So the question here is no shade, promise. It's all love here, JJ. Oh, you good? This is a sensitive right here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's all good.
So the question is it unrealistic to have an orgasm every time?
I mean, I don't see what the point is if you don't.
Well,
I think for a man, nah, I'm joking.
For a woman,
we'll circle back to you.
So wait a minute. As a
I'm
man,
gonna say why
as a
not?
We'll circle back.
as a man, can you hold back your orgasm?
Can you fake one? As a man?
I
You can't fake one.
Why would you fake one?
I can hold one back and I can't fake one. Cause just like
How you
I
gonna
feel
fake
like
it?
I feel like just like a woman, sometimes like
You
know
can't fake
if
You can fake it if you use condoms.
no, but I think
You
women
can't
fake
I don't think
orgasm
so.
for them for a man.
I don't think that you can fake
There's no way in the world I would ever fake an orgasm.
If I gotta fake it, I don't need to be with you.
That's what I'm saying.
I
If
think
you ain't
women do
doing
that all
your
the
thing
time.
with me, you
But
gonna
do
know
men
you
do
ain't doing it.
But it's no need for me to
I
fake
don't know. I
it.
don't.
Because if I have to fake it with you, I don't have to fake it with you because if you can't make me have one, if we're in a sexual encounter, then I'm gonna have one
I'm
on my
gonna
own.
tell
So
you
I'm not
right now
faking
that
an
there's
orgasm.
no way that a male can fake an orgasm without a woman knowing if
That's
he's
okay.
not using protection.
Right.
Exactly.
If he's using protection,
Yeah, he can
Possible.
he can lie.
And you should be
But-
using protection
but-
all the time. That's how you get it off.
That's
Well,
what
Thank
exactly.
you.
I've been with the same
But
man for almost
If
26
he's
years. I
but
don't use
if
protection.
he's
You're in a whole
not
different category.
if he's not using protection and he's faking an orgasm, you know immediately because you'll never have it run out of you.
The graphics that
I was gonna
goes
say that was
on,
very good.
the graphics that
But am I
goes
lying?
on.
Where's the lie?
I hope we have parental advisory that's going
Oh,
It shouldn't be any kids.
Jesus.
What's happy hour? Why do
Who
kids
bring their
watching
kids
this?
to happy hour?
Right, who bring
It's happy hour
some
and
cases,
everyone
right,
is
right.
All I'm saying is, if the guy is faking an orgasm and he's not protected with you, you should have a conversation with him.
Nah, he
You
could
should have a conversation
he could
with
pull out and walk into a corner and act like he's doing something in his hand.
Let me tell you, no, Jack. If he can pull out
Hot
and walk
sauce.
anywhere, then I'm not doing
No,
my
it's
job.
not walking. I'm gonna go like this real
No.
quick.
No, absolutely not. If you're gonna pull out, I need to know what you're doing. I need you to see it, feel it,
What?
Or taste it.
taste it, whatever it.
Wait,
Whatever.
wait. Did you say taste it?
I said whatever.
Oh my God.
You're not gonna
See, it
get up.
comes
And,
full circle.
Not
See,
a butter.
that's what happens when you have cupcakes.
Not a butter.
I'm just
Oh,
saying,
jeez.
you're not gonna get up and walk it anywhere. I'm gonna know you had an orgasm. So the bottom line is for a man.
Listen, if
we
you
have
got a faking
contact
orgasm
sex-
and you're a man,
no,
That's terrible.
No, it's not something it can happen. I think
I
it does.
believe
It
you.
does happen.
Women
I
women
think
fake
it does
orgasms
happen.
I
all the
can't be a
time.
part of this conversation because
I think it
again,
does.
I don't.
So
use
it's
protection, so I
gotta
don't-
happen if you got a condom on.
Women fake orgasms all the
They
time.
do, but what's the point? Why?
But women can. I don't understand why women can.
Why it should, right?
Or why
Yeah,
they
women
should.
can, but why? Why
But I
would
think
you?
if a man is in tune, he should know that what's fake and what's real.
And he should be able to feel. when a woman is having an orgasm.
That's a fact.
Because
That's true.
you have different
Only if he's in
movements.
tune though.
You have a different
But only if
feel.
he's in tune.
And you can feel it.
I think that temperature go up a
Like,
little
it
bit.
gets the
Pulsate a
muscle,
little
the
bit.
muscle start clamping down on it. You feel it.
But I'm not a
Clearly
man, so
somebody
Jay,
knows.
you have to answer.
Clearly
that.
somebody
I
knows.
mean, I said I was a lesbian.
Well, yeah,
Connoisseur.
you gotta pay
A
attention to
connoisseur.
the woman's body. though. You
Brown
definitely
can
do.
answer that
She
shit.
said she's a connoisseur.
You definitely have to pay attention to the woman's body, which is, you know, the right woman, get to know them.
Right.
You can know their
But
body.
what if you
Absolutely.
don't know him? What if it's a one night stand? Or what if it's the
Ooh,
first
that's a
time
good
you
question.
met?
Let's
You
talk
still
about
know.
He said get to know, so I'm just
That's a
asking
good
what he
question.
said. Yeah.
You can get to know a woman's body.
It don't take
Or
long.
the woman's body, whichever one you prefer.
But do you
Right.
really have to get to know them to know if they're having an orgasm? Or can
I
you
think
feel
so.
when they have an
I
orgasm?
think so.
You can feel the warmth.
I really believe like when there's a connection, it's fucking electric.
But when you feel the
can
warmth,
feel-
unless
right.
you have a condom on.
Right. Well, I've never worn a condom, so I mean, well, I'm not saying
What
the
are we
man
talking
has
about
never
here?
worn
What are we
a
talking
condom.
about? Safe sex is great sex, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Safe
please-
sex is
Say,
great
please
sex.
wrap it
The
up.
Jungle Brothers said,
But y'all
"You're
remember,
Jimmy."
I'm speaking as a married woman
Okay.
that has been with the same partner for almost 26 years.
Woo wee.
Right, so
Shout out to
I
the
don't,
Hey,
longevity.
how the hell you do that? Can y'all write down y'all little
Shout out to the-
I think
She said
you can talk
it's
to him.
bacon and collard greens.
Right. So I don't really know what it feels like. I think last time I mean, other than playing around with a condom, last
Why
time I
would you
really
be playing around with the
Let's
condom?
talk
just for a different feeling.
You know,
You
people
making
do wild
balloon
stuff.
animals or something?
No, I'm saying just for a different feeling. But I don't think I've ever used a condom probably since about 1996.
You want to feel
God
raw.
damn, how old were you?
I said it's been almost 26 years.
They make different condoms now these days.
Right.
Gotta
So
go
New
like
condoms
I-
out there.
Goat skin, pig
Yeah.
skin.
I don't know.
They got the colors. You,
Bear
you can
skin.
taste it. I mean, you can edibles.
Yeah. I want.
Animals. We're talking about weed.
Well, I mean, so far, y'all talk about that. I don't know anything about
They got the
that.
CBD condoms?
No, they got the condoms. You know, just remember how
Wait,
women
they got
used to wear
CBD
edible draws?
condoms?
They got
Yeah.
condoms. No, I'm
I
already
didn't
lying
know.
about this. I don't
Ain't
know
no way
no
those people from getting pregnant.
I'm
If
gonna
they
Google
edible, ain't no
CBD
way.
condoms right now.
I said I might be lying about the edible condoms.
I think for me, wearing a condom was more protective.
Oh, wait a minute. But they did have not edible. They had the flavor.
The flavor ones. Yeah, I don't think
But
that
I
was
feel like
for
they were
like,
still
that
edible.
was for oral though. That was just
I feel like they were still edible.
I don't think
It was
so.
like-
That's
it
what I
was
was
like-
asking.
it was like a fruit
And as
roll-up.
far as the question that we asked was, is it unrealistic to have an orgasm every time?
That's a good question. Is it
And
unrealistic?
for me, speaking on a
I don't think it's unrealistic.
right, speaking on
I
a
don't
woman's
think
point
so
of view, it's
either.
I'm gonna tell you why I think y'all women lie. Because if you really want to please your man and have a
Help
quickie,
me.
ain't no way that you expect him to have an orgasm.
Yeah, because look,
Well,
if
actually,
they want to
we're-
please you, then
We're
they
talking about
they
orgasm
stand in it,
compromise right now.
That right there is something I think women do.
they might enjoy that.
Because the
though.
quickie is
Women
not
like
fuck with
quickies too.
Yeah, but you're not coming off.
But the quickie
You
is
can.
not.
That's
You can.
If a man can come off a quickie, a woman can't.
Yeah,
No.
Stop
You
it.
can't.
No.
Stop it.
Pause.
That's-
Pause.
the expectation. Like
Bullshit.
that's just
You
like
can
cake.
come-
Let me get a taste of your cake. Are you getting full off of that little taste of that cake? That's just a taste. You coming off a
I'm
quickie?
not talking
You
about
can.
Let's talk
You hit
about
that right spot. If you already stimulated, you can't come off a quickie.
And I'm talking about stimulated from earlier.
Oh, the build up. Lots of foreplay.
Pause the foreplay.
But you still can though. I'm saying.
Pause the foreplay.
No, but
Y'all tell me y'all
You can wake
Listen,
up. You can
again,
wake up
I'm
in a
speaking-
horny disposition.
I
Again,
think
I'm-
talking shit to somebody. throughout
I'm
the day is
speaking
part of
on a
What
sexual.
we talking
Absolutely
about?
it is. That's the
I can only speak on me, and that's as a sexually active woman that enjoys sex and that has orgasms, and the fact that I've been sexually active for 30 years plus. I can probably count the times that I have not had an orgasm. So to me, is having an orgasm unrealistic every time? It's not. It's very realistic to me because it's my life.
Right.
How
It's
far
bitch
you
that
do?
cause my
That's what I'm saying.
Not
So
lost in
that's
hand,
all I
lost
can
in
speak
hand.
on.
Lost
That's
in
all I
hand
can
and
speak on.
everything.
Oh my god.
So carry on. So next person.
Pause.
But
That's
the
my
girl
answer.
don't believe it, so.
That's my
I'm gonna-
answer.
I'm gonna-
Somebody laugh.
I'm gonna say, I'm going
No
to
problem.
say that there's been some situations in my experience where like I've already started before you even arrive. So I'm already here. Right? So even if I indulge in a quickie,
But
even
You're
if
gonna
I
still have
even
an
even
orgasm.
even if I indulge in a quickie,
So you gotta get yourself.
So
started.
can we talk about women? Can we talk about women as a whole? Like, orgasms for women already is mental anyway. It's not really physical.
Yes, it is.
It is, but there's a percentage.
No. I'm a lesbian
I'm gonna
again.
say both of y'all are right.
There's going to be some women out here that agree. There's a percentage that it's mental.
It's both.
It is. I agree.
It's both. But
I
still
agree.
gotta.
Let me tell you what. I'm not a lesbian, so I don't really know that realm.
You're a woman though, so you know what you like.
100%.
I'm just saying.
100%. And so I know what I'm dealing with. I know what I'm dealing with.
You know what you like.
I know as a
heterosexual
woman,
you know
right?
You know what gets you to
But
that
you're a
point.
woman, so you have the advantage.
Right.
So as a woman, a heterosexual woman, I already know what I'm dealing with as a heterosexual woman. So I know ahead of time.
So you're saying that you know ahead of time that man ain't gonna hit that spot.
Quite possibly.
Then what's the
But
point?
the whole point is if that man knows your
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
if that man knows your erogenous zone,
I just gotta say this.
you just have you have a corner to the market because you're a woman.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean,
you know how to do it because you know what it feels like. But that's
Right.
just one thing that I don't have. Like unless I'm sitting there having a conversation with a woman and they're open enough to tell
So
me.
you have
Right.
to have an advantage.
Yeah.
You have to have a mental advantage going in with a
I'll-
male.
I'll take that.
With a male, you have to have that advantage to know, like, all right, he might not, but he might not.
So,
So
you
going-
don't teach them?
Most men
You should.
most men are simple.
You
They're
gotta
simple.
talk.
You should.
Women, open your mouths. If that man
When they
ain't
say
pleasing
closed
you,
mouths
tell
don't
him.
get fed. That's what
Right.
they say.
And not only that, but don't fake it for a man. If he's
That's
not
what I'm
doing it
saying.
for you,
Cause he
like,
gonna
You
be
have to
thinking
be
he
vocal.
doing
You
something, he
sit
gonna go
there.
back to his boy
Right.
and he put it down and you
But
you
he
done got
didn't.
up, you
That's
done
your
got
fault.
up and cleaned the
That's your
house,
fault.
washed the car and
Fed him.
But did you
while he's snoring.
And fed him.
watch
And fed him.
That's what she said. I don't
He
know.
can wash the
Who's
car, or
talking
you can take it to
Watch
car
the
pool,
car.
But no,
whatever.
but you're absolutely right. When you have to be vocal and you have to tell your partner what you like, what you don't like. Because if you don't tell your partner what you like, then they won't know what you like and you won't be able to get your orgasm. But again, I can only speak on my experiences. My experiences have been for almost 26 years with the same person. I've been very vocal. You're right. I was 19 when I met my
You
husband.
ain't know what you like.
I was 19 the first time I had sex with my husband, but I didn't listen. I was not vocal. I was blessed enough to have had sex with a man that knew how to hit the spots that I like, which is probably why I married him.
So
at such
you
a
never
young
have
age.
to say anything to this man about your spots that you like.
I will say the first time I had sex with this man, it was great the first time. Now,
There are some.
Right. However, I will also say that we have talked about this is my spot, this is what I like, this is this, blah blah blah. That we didn't hit the first time.
Of course.
But we have had those discussions, and once we hit those spots, the orgasms come a lot quicker. So when you talk about a quickie, yes, because they know what spot to hit at that moment. So yeah, you can have an orgasm
That's
quick.
only if the man that is trying to hit that quickie is trying to
Right.
understand that there's a common
Two-way.
goal.
But
Right.
that's
There's a
what-
common goal.
But I've never
But
had a
some-
one night stand, so I don't know how to feel about
But
that.
sometimes if I know like this is your spot, that might not necessarily do it for me. So I might be able to hone in on that one spot, but that's doing nothing for me. So
But I'm
that's
saying,
why I say,
but the thing about it, if you know the spot though, when you get ready to have yours, just hit that spot
that
real
ain't
quick.
quickie then.
It could be. I've had quickies. Don't get me wrong. Just because I've been in a relationship for a long time doesn't mean we haven't had
So
quickies.
you never had a one night stand.
I've never
That's
had
why
a one.
you got married early.
I met my husband at 19 and got married at 21. I've never had a one. I mean, he's not my first sexual partner, but I've never had a one night stand.
Well, no.
And again, that's why I can count the amount of times that I have not had an orgasm because I've talked to my partner. He knows where my spot is, so he can put in one stroke and hit that spot, and I'm done. Well, when I say done, I mean I've had that orgasm.
Yeah,
One
but
stroke
that
with-
but that one stroke ain't gonna do nothing for him. Is he coming up that one
I
stroke?
didn't say I was done.
But
I didn't say he could probably tell you he can count the amount of times that he's not had an orgasm too. But I'm just
back
saying.
in making cup.
Did I just hear a whistle? Did somebody
Yeah.
just whistle? Who did that? Who whistled?
Me,
Is that you?
Nope.
Who whistled?
Frogs.
Where'd that come from?
Frogs.
Yes.
How you was talking hear a whistle, but I didn't know where that came from.
I would say something. I would say something, but I don't want to go there.
I'm sorry. I couldn't figure that out because I heard
Help me, Holy Ghost.
Yes.
You said, where did you come from?
I was confused.
It was right.
I was listening, but the whistle called me
It
off.
definitely wasn't from the left, for sure.
She had a flashback.
She
Oh
did that.
my gosh, no, it wasn't me.
I thought she did it from down there.
No.
So,
Oh.
I said, man.
This is my cushion.
I mean, it do talk.
It can.
Yeah.
It does.
It will.
And it'll wink at you too.
It will.
Well, that I don't know. Thanks for telling me.
It will.
So now I'll ask.
It will. I hate it here.
No, you don't. You love it.
I do. I
love
love
happy
it.
hour.
I
You
love
love
happy
happy
hour.
hour.
I do. Like, I wouldn't know what I would do without these guys. Like, you guys are fucking disgusting.
Alright guys, let's just end it here. So
Okay.
let's talk about it next time. Y'all join us. You know, this is the Happy Hour podcast again. Let's talk about it.
All right.
See
See
y'all
y'all
next
next
week.
time. Bye.